just under 3.7 cents. It's back into our DCA area. How low will Zora go, man? Will it actually go down to 1 cent? Are you prepared for that? I'm prepared for that, man. At this point, I'm prepared for that, guys. Like I said, I'm being as strategic as possible. Why? I've not invested more than I'm willing to lose. So guess what? It comes back down to 1 cent. You know, I just buy some more, right? I'm telling you, I believe in this project, man. I believe in this project. I buy some more if it comes all the way back down there, and then I just hold that amount. And if it, that amount, goes to zero, it goes to zero. That's what we sign up for. That's what we sign up for, guys. Obviously I'm leading you in the best way I think is possible. So if you think, oh man, Zora keeps dropping here, and then maybe it drops to a little bit lower than you would expect, right? Maybe you take out half of what you invested at a loss. That's fine to do so, right? It's fine to do so. We're not perfect. Remember, we're trading. This is the most competitive and the most difficult trading space or investing space that we could see in ever, right? The upside risk is so minuscule to the massive downside risk you could take, right? But when the upside risk is prevalent, like in 2024, for me personally, when the upside risk is prevalent, you see massive moves, and I mean massive moves, right? So that's the risk we have to take, man. So if it's kind of emotional, or you're kind of on edge with your Zora bags here, because it's bleeding, it's bleeding now, man. It's not having that much bounces, right? If you want to de-risk an amount, still leave in that moon bag though, right? But obviously hedge yourself, hedge your risk, right? But it's on you, right? We are all adults here. I'm not responsible for anything that happens to your investments, right? Because all of us are different. All of us are gonna play our trades different. All I could do is guide you as best I can, right? So Zora right now is just under 3.7 cents. I think, like I said, I still believe in the project. I still think we're bullish. I hope we get a bounce from here, but hope is not a strategy. I would love for us to start running up to 10, 20, 30 cents, 60 cents, a dollar from here. But even though I want that, that's not a strategy, right? All I could do, if I didn't have the bag I wanted, I could DCA here because it's cheap, right? But I've already got what I wanted Zora, so now I'm just riding it out, man. Going through the pain, just like y'all, man. Going through the pain just like y'all. So if you got, like I said, man, 50,000 to 100,000 Zora is the way to go. 1,831 bucks is 50,000 Zora, and then 100,000 Zora is 3,663 bucks, right? So I think that's a great investment right there. Let's take a look at Zora on X, excuse me. Take a look at Zora real quick, see what we got. Oh, you know what's so crazy? The official Zora account, 281k followers now. It's growing because the user base is growing. See right here, someone on Jan 3rd had bullish momentum for a breakout in Zora. I don't know if their chart is invalidated. See somebody super bearish on Zora. Think we're gonna drop below 1 cent, And obviously Quantum Ascend with a target with his Elliott wave patterns of 65 cents from here after we get out of this blue box, right? After we finally break out of that blue box. So who's right? Who's right? We'll see who's right, man. But if I take a look at my notifications, right? The official Zora account liked my tweet. Let me see if I can find it. Let me take a look. You see crypto Twitter hating on my bags, man. So the Nick Shirley Zora creator coin had a pullback, and this guy right here said dump, ha ha ha. It's how instead of praying for someone else's success and be like, man, I pray that project works out for you. We got man's praying on someone's downfall, laughing at their pain, man. It's crazy. But here you have the official Zora account hitting a like on my tweet, man. Horses don't stop, they keep going, Young Thug, right? Because I made a post and said it literally feels like all of crypto Twitter hates Zora and its ecosystem. It literally does feel like that. Like every time I scroll, they're pitting other base protocols against Zora. Why can't we just lift up all the protocols? Why can't all the protocols be successful? Why can't it be like that, right? I thought basis for everyone. I thought that was the case. Basis for everyone hating on Zora, apparently. So I made a comparison to Ansem, right? Ansem was, sharing Solana at $10 when everyone else hated Solana. Like, it was a point in time, I don't know if you guys were there for it, there was a point in time where everyone hated Solana, myself included. I was like, yo, how are you going to be bullish on Solana and the blockchain is like a light switch that could flip on and off, right? They could turn off the blockchain whenever they want, right? And, I was like, I'm not touching that. I was a Casper bull at the time. Casper, if you guys know, proof of work project, right? So, I was one of them too that hated on Solana. Ansem was bullish when everyone was bearish on Solana, and then boom, Solana broke out, was the best performing altcoin this cycle. Its ecosystem made millionaires, and Ansem was one of those people because he had conviction when all the hate was at maximum, when all the FUD was at maximum. He had a conviction, and then he became a multi-millionaire as well. So I said, I'm gonna be the Ansem of the Zora ecosystem. We ride or die, baby. So I'm mostly bullish on Nick Shirley and Horse. I also think Real Gary Tan is gonna do well, but I'm mostly bullish on Horse and the Nick Shirley Zora creator coins, right? Now, this is the thing. Someone said to me that they may not push the Nick Shirley coin because it's too political. If that's the case, that's fine, right? But I'm still gonna bull post this thing. I'm gonna post. I said it in a tweet. I'm gonna bull post the ecosystem forever, man. I'm gonna bull post the ecosystem forever, as long as I exist in crypto, right? So, because I know Zora eventually, I just have conviction that eventually Zora actually, it breaks through that barrier of Web 2 and Web 3 because it's a social platform, and social platforms are more easily digestible, in my opinion. So I think eventually Zora breaks out of the crypto bubble sphere, and that's where its real product market fit will shine, right? In my opinion. So Nick Shirley at 2.3 mil, fell down from 4.7. What can you do, right? I think 100,000 Nick Shirley is still great. I've not changed my thesis on that. I'll take a look at Horse, right? In part of the Zora ecosystem, Nick Shirley coin is Horse at 483K. Horse doing a lot better. I must admit, Horse is looking a lot stronger here. I think 1 million Horse tokens is a lot, right? $483. I think that'll go far. Real Gary Tan as well. Real Gary Tan, 2.1 mil. So $220 gets you 100,000 tokens. I think that's a good bet as well too, right? And obviously, if you don't want to play around in the ecosystem, you just bid Zora, right? And there you go, right? But obviously, in my opinion, I'm a Zora bull, and the tokens on the Zora eco are tradable and investable. So why wouldn't I bet on the creators that I think will win, right? So I'm bullish on Zora, so I definitely should be bullish on its ecosystem. But yeah, as always, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the videos. None of this is financial advice. Never invest more than you're willing to lose.